It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And how about Dwayne Wade? Come on. Shaq, we're talking about an all-time great at the shooting guard position. Do you think he's gotten all the credit he deserves?
You know, even after all the rings, I think people still sleep on D. Wade. At his peak, as dominant as any two-guard we've seen, aside from the great Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I would agree. He's a top 5 two-guard of all time. Injuries have slowed him down. But despite that, he's had a – wake up, Shaq! He's had an incredible career. And you nicknamed him Flash, didn't you?
I did.
No doubt. And you went to sleep.
That's when you weren't enduring sleep apnea, apparently. Hey, sleep apnea.
Wake up.
Yeah, we're on the air.
Oh, sorry.
Toss
Back
it
to
Kevin.
you, Kevin.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The Nets are out of Brooklyn as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in today's game. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Look at the Heat. If you think about their performance from last year, they're about where you'd expect them to be. They'd like to take that next step in a positive direction with the win here in this one.
And you know, for the Heat, they're placing themselves right among the league's top teams here in the early start. It doesn't look to me like they're in any danger of getting off to a slow start.
Greg, they've eliminated that possibility in my eyes. I mean, they've come together quickly, and I think they're going to be right in the playoff mix all season.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Kenneth Faried is out there with Allen, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. Well, we see a lot of rookies getting their first taste, Clark, of NBA action. What was the hardest part for you transitioning from the Big Ten to the NBA?
I think the speed of the game, the number of possessions, again, with the 24-second clock going back to the 80s, there was no shot clock in college basketball. So you could drag it out and play walk-it-up basketball. In the NBA, you got to turn that thing over every 24 seconds. And that speed and those number of possessions, a lot to adjust to. And then everybody's strength and talent. That, too, was eye-opening and exciting, too, because I had realized the dream to be out there with those guys.
And smarter players, too, on that pro level.
Yeah, they know their stuff. I like to say when you get to the NBA, you're a PhD in hoops.
Here's Dragic after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Russell. To the inside. Shoots a fader. Misses off the left iron. And here's Richardson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Stolen by Allen. And so just over a minute and a half played. Passes it to LeVert. Outside, Russell. LeVert the pass to Allen. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Pass to Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He had 10 points in the win against the Clippers. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Richardson. Dragic has got his second basket of the night.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
9 feet out. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Miami leading by 4. To the paint. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
That's good from Richardson.
You know, after being in the cellar for a few years, the Brooklyn Nets have started to turn things around here. I mean, good young core to build around and add to, and I think things are starting to look up in every department.
And Richardson drops them both. And Clark, the Nets during this turnaround, they've done a good job of positioning themselves.
Yeah, you can look at a number of things. One, taking on vets with bad contracts to accumulate assets. 2, went from lacking picks in the draft to having a lot of options. Those things, when you combine them, help you speed up the process of getting better.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The shot by Wade, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Allen left side. 6 on the shot clock. Fareed. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Now, here's Richardson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Yep, it counts.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Dragic against Russell. Here's LeVert. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers.
You got to D-up LeVert better than that, Kevin. I mean, he excels at scoring over the defense.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Mind the lane.
The other thing they've had
lanes.
going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And that one misses.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
Now, here is Russell. After Dwayne Wade's miss, LeVert the pass to Fareed. Russell with a wide open look. Offline with his three.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit too.
Now, here's Richardson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Out to Wade. Offline with his three. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
Here's Dragic following the bucket by the Nets. And it's Wade in the corner. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Nets trail by 5. It's Fareed, top of the key. Outside, Russell. Kept alive. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Tremendous balance by Russell. Takes on contact, finishes the play. We'll see if he can get the and one at the line.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Heat making a change here. Olynyk's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Well, you look at D'Angelo Russell, and this season and last season, I really think it was just about maturing, and that goes with all young players in this league. It's a process. I thought he needed to get away from L.A. and the episode he had there with his teammates, and I think he's now more focused and knows more of what it takes to be successful in the NBA.
No good from Dragic. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Really an intimidating style of defense. I mean, they challenged everything at the rim, and that led them to victory.
Greg, they expended maximum energy, but it was well worth it. I mean, they earned that win with their defense.
And here are the Heat now, following the bucket by the Nets. Shot clock at 5. Here's Richardson. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And for Russell, he had maturing to do Clark off the court, but he has also showed maturation in his game on the floor as well.
Yeah, it's a natural progression for guys who are eager to get better and take constructive criticism seriously. He doesn't force it as much on offense now. He knows the importance of being efficient with the ball and not spectacular.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wade against Fareed. Wade kicks to Richardson. It's stolen. Here's LeVert. Wade is covering. And they take the lead. LeVert's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Dragic finds Whiteside. Now here's Wade, defended by Allen. Fareed against Wade. 6 to shoot. The pass to Richardson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nets with the lead. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now here's Fareed. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Wade feeling it out a bit. The kick out to Dragic. From beyond the arc. That's good from Wade on the assist by Dragic. Wade's got his second basket.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Russell against Dragic. Here's the teardrop. And Russell with the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that lettuce at the line, man. Easy points available at the free throw line. You got to cash those in.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Richardson. Ellington comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. A nice shot by Winslow.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
Ellington, the pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Olynyk. Fires for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, the shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
And he's good on the second. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears them to the players and helps his team.
Now here's Winslow. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Good! And the Heat lead by 5.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Napier feeling it out a bit. Here's Dinwiddie. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that one drops.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Johnson outside. A floater. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got his first 2 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Uncovered. Misses off the right iron.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man. And really, all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Johnson. Napier covering. Johnson outside. From down in the low post, it goes.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Napier kicks to Fareed. Here's Dinwiddie. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. Heat out front, up by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions. Being able to do that, I feel like I'll have the capability to fill in when needed.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Allen Crabbe. Allen is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Napier. He had 19 points in the win against the Clippers.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Johnson against Allen. Now here's Johnson. Not a lot of room. Dishes it to Olynyk. No good on the triple. Nets trail by 5. Pass to Napier. Makes it off the glass. Napier's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Nets.
Although he's known for his scoring ability primarily, Crabbe is also a solid passer. Nice job distributing the ball.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in.
One shot.
That's good from Johnson. Clark, obviously everyone's looking for talent, but talk about some of the players whose work ethic sets them apart in your mind.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic, I think, made him into an all-star. Obviously had good size and athleticism, but refined his offensive game and is now a multi-time all-star, and his work ethic is top level. Any of the guys that you've seen impact their teams or come from low draft positions or undrafted, Patrick Beverley. How about him as a guy that you look at and say, man, this guy's work ethic has really made the difference in his career.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors.
And you know, for that Pelicans game, they won't have much room for error.
Take a break.
In that
Take a
one.
break.
A team like
Two
this
shots.
will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere, played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted, but he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And for Dinwiddie, he has the sound fundamentals coaches love. Got an invite to the skills competition last season.
Yeah, he's fluid, but he's almost robotic in that he doesn't waste any movement, and that's a compliment for this guy. I mean, he's not really flashy, but super effective because he knows his game, and he does a nice job blending in with his teammates.
Johnson's shot is off, and it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. The Heat leading by 4. On the wing, Winslow. Guarded by Harris. Winslow finds Johnson. Fareed against Johnson. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And a quick look at the numbers for Allen. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Miami no good on that time either. Nets trail by 4. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4. The Heat have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Johnson, the pass to Ellington. He dishes it to Johnson. Back to Ellington. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Winslow against Harris. Puts up a 3. Miami no good on that time either. Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Kicks it out to Allen. Here's Dinwiddie. Ellington defending. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Johnson outside. Pass to Johnson. That one drops for him. Johnson's got 6 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Right wing. Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Fareed, and it's put back in by Fareed. Fareed's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Kenneth Fareed, always aggressive in attacking the glass. You got to put a body on him or he'll make you pay with offensive rebound.
Now here's Winslow. Napier covering. Johnson outside. Over Fareed. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Now here's Napier. Defense is right there. Back to Fareed. Tipped away. From deep. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. The Heat in second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Johnson finds Johnson. Over Fareed. Again, the miss by Johnson. The Nets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Dinwiddie. It's blocked. Now here's Winslow. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Johnson up top. Back to Winslow. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Harris outside. There's the dish to Allen. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Winslow. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In a tough league like the NBA, here's where Miami sits right now in the league rankings.
And they've been outstanding defensively. As you can see from that ranking, an opponent field goal percentage. They get after it and make everything a challenge.
That's good from Winslow. And some changes here for the Heat. Richardson, he's checked in for Johnson. Dwayne Wade comes in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. And so he makes both from the line. Russell with it. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
Yep, it counts. Russell's got 11 points.
Man, what a nice read, boy. Exquisite, perfect timing by D'Angelo off the pick and roll.
Wade kicks to Winslow. He feeds it to Richardson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Richardson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Russell passes to Allen. Back to Russell. The pass to LeVert. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Winslow. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Here's LeVert. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Got to give LeVert credit. I mean, not allowing the defense to shut him down, using his length to get his shots off inside. Well done.
Richardson for 3, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Pass to LeVert. Outside Russell. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Fires from the wing. That misses off the backboard. The Heat leading by 5. Now Winslow. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Puts one up from 19. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count that one.
Yes, filling it up. Russell now shooting past his typical scoring pace.
Here's Wade after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Here's Dragic from outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point game. Pass to LeVert. The teardrop falls in. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Now here's Richardson. 9 points in the game so far. The feed to Olynyk. Over Allen, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Dragic against Russell. Here's LeVert. 10 points for him. Back to Russell. He kicks it to Allen, and it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Whiteside's checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and the Nets making a change here as well. Crab's checked in. And there's the pass to LeVert. Here's Russell. Count that one. Russell's got 15 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Dragic. Last game he had 10 points. Clock at 6. Richardson dishes to Whiteside. Count that bucket. And the Heat lead by 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's LeVert. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Wade, right side. And Winslow now top of the key. Here's Dragic. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And now an 8-point Miami lead. Nets shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Hollis Jefferson finds Russell. Here's LeVert. Takes a 3. And it's Wade with the rebound.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And when D'Angelo Russell is on the floor, he's looking to attack at every chance he gets.
Yeah, he's a smooth operator now. This guy has all the tools. He's best, though, I think, when he's challenging defenders and probing the defense. Such a skilled and gifted passer. He's got a nice blend of speed and has gotten stronger, which I think is really an asset for him. He can get a little streaky at times, but when he's on, you got to ride his wave because it's a good one.
First one falls for him.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And so Russell hits them both.
You know, a decent free throw shooter at this point in his career. D'Angelo has the natural stroke, I think, to become one of the league's best. Shoots it very fluidly and easily.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. No good from Dragic. Nets trail by 6. Here's Winslow. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Russell inside, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. With 1 on the clock. Got the shot! My goodness is right!
Just no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that.
Yeah.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave him to him.
And so it's Miami, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Dwayne, what's the focus in the second half?
Well, I mean, we just want the ball go up. We just got to rebound the ball. We got to get in there as a team, all of us, and rebound the ball. You know, they crash the glass, all of them. But at the end of the day, it's about getting a win. We can play any style, and tonight we just want to figure out how to get a win.
Sometimes it doesn't go as planned. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Goran Dragic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Goran Dragic showed off. He's improved his jumper, his ability to lead a team, but it's on the drive where he kills it. You have to force him to go right, or he will roast you like barbecue chicken all day.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
Here is Russell. Wade and Richardson, the two wings. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. And it's Dragic in the point guard. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Here's LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Dragic. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Dragic has got the first basket of the second half here for the Heat. Russell against Dragic from 12 feet out. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Russell.
The mid-range game. And when guys have that, there's no question they can shoot, and this kid can shoot.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Now, here's Dragic. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Whiteside against Allen. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. There's the call on James Johnson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. "90 seconds now into the second half. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. The Heat leading by 11. Pass to Richardson. Back to Johnson. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Russell passes to Allen. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Here's Hollis Jefferson.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
And the shot goes down.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Dragic against Russell. Knocked loose and taken away by Johnson. Here's Dragic. Finished off the break. Dragic has got 16.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the left side wing. To the middle. Stolen by Wade. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. That one goes.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
The Heat making a switch here. Ellington's checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Dinwiddie's checked in. Fareed looking for an opening. Russell against Dragic. Will it go? And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. Pass to Johnson. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Outside, Russell. The pass to Fareed. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Richardson covering. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one's on Johnson. And Rondé Hollis Jefferson, one of the rare wing players, Clark, who can't really threaten from outside, but he makes up for it with his defense.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, this guy is unafraid of anybody. He's 6'7", he's athletic, he's strong, he's aggressive and smart. There's nobody he gets matched up with that he doesn't think he can lock up.
And he makes the first.
And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Napier, he's checked in for Brooklyn. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And with Hollis Jefferson in his defense, he's not only strong, but he's versatile with whom he can guard.
Yeah, I mean, RHJ has great length, and at 6'7", he can guard almost every position on the floor. Strong on the glass, even though he's often undersized in his matchup. RHJ is anything but an average player. I really love how effective he's become on both ends.
And the confidence from Hollis Jefferson to get the pass and immediately rise up for the jump shot, that's what you call real good awareness, finding his comfort zone with this team.
Harris is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And here's Whiteside. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Johnson down low. Fareed's there. Johnson can't get it to go. Nets trail by 17. Harris finds Allen and a missed layup. Johnson surveying the floor. Passes it to Ellington. Good ball movement here by Miami. Pass to Richardson. Just 3 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. Miami keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock. Yep, that one goes. And the Heat lead by 19.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Dinwiddie. Ellington defending. Napier passes to Allen. Back to Napier. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And Whiteside sends it back. In transition, here comes Miami. Ellington leading the charge. And good that time. Ellington's got 5 points now this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Timeout called the Nets.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Olenek, he's checked in for Josh Richardson.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olenek seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Allen kicks to Napier. Pass to Dinwiddie. 4 on the clock, and it's Harris off the drive. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great work on the offensive glass. Fareed is a load down there. Gotta box this guy out.
Napier with it. Johnson on him. Good. Nice play there from Napier. Napier's got his second basket of the night. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract, Greg, from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who've played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less. Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
And Miami making a change here. Winslow's checked in. And that one falls for Johnson. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor.
Now here's Cram. No points in the game yet for him. Misses the wing three. Johnson finds Johnson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
One shot.
Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Now here's Crabb. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Moves like this prove Crabb really has confidence in his ball handling.
Now here's Johnson. Kicks it to Ellington. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Kenneth Fareed pulls it in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Napier with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Now here's Johnson. Johnson outside. Here's Olynyk. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Timeout called the Nets.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Tyler Johnson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. LeVert's checked in for Napier. It's the Nets now. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Dinwiddie. Wade is covering. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And it's LeVert missing. Miami leading by 22. Wade left side. Over Crabbe. No good off the back of the rim. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Now here's Johnson. 18 points for him. Here's Wade. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Here's Winslow. 8 points for him. Feeds it to Wade. Over Crabbe. And a little luck that time, but it drops. That's now 8 points for Wade.
Boy, you got to admire the mid-range game of Wade. Has this area of the floor on lock. I mean, incredibly efficient from here.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Fareed. From 15 feet away. Rebound by the Heat. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Johnson draws the double. "13 feet away. Wade left side. Over Crabbe. Wade can't hit. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
And the shot goes in.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Dragic. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Here's LeVert. He's got 10. Dragic with some nice D. And so it's Miami, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Heat leading by 22. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Alan Crabbe, and it's Fareed in at the center position.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Here is Russell after the made shot from Goran Dragic. LeVert the pass to Russell. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Wade. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Man, the confidence and flair that Wade plays with, uniquely his own, a dynamite two-guard who is also a clutch performer.
And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Here's Musa, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Passes it to Magruder. Looking for Wade, he gets it there. Over Crabbe, and the basket by Wade. Wade's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Karuch. Pass to Musa. Outside, Russell. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Taking the hit and still getting it to go down. Russell showing you some nice toughness there.
Mikes kicks to Magruder. You know, Clark, when you think about it, all fans really care about is winning, and that's hard to pull off when you're the only star on your team. We see it all over the league.
You know, basketball is not tennis or golf. It's a team game, and one man can't win a championship by himself. I mean, when you look at all the championship teams, they were championship teams, not driven by just one star player. And it's a blessing when you can play with other good players, and that's what all good players desire to do at some point in their career.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Musa. Down low. Out to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Bikes.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. A different look for Miami. James Johnson checked in for Haslam. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Rodney Magruder. And he can't hit the second. When you look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, you know, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in players' salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
It's Russell with the drive. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat.
Substitution for Heat, Tyler Johnson.
Pass to Crabbe. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Crabbe. Excellent D from Wade.
Excellent concentration from the D. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice as he went in for that layup.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Olynyk. What's the status, David?
Guys, I was able to speak with the head athletic trainer for the Heat about his status. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. Season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Shabazz Napier's checked in for Brooklyn. Heat on D. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Harris looking it over. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Heat leading by 23. Down low, it's stolen by Harris. Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought. So it's Miami now. Al Richardson. He kicks it to Johnson. The pass to Wade. Over Napier. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets to the wing right side. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Assist goes to
Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Heat leading by 20. Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Wade. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside, Napier takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Richardson against Harris. Passes to Russell. 6 to shoot. Back to Harris. And he overshot that one, missing. He'd have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Wade, right side, over Napier. The shot by Wade, no good.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself, with the fadeaway.
The fader. He can't get that one to fall. And Miami the other way now. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Dishes to Johnson. Kicks it to Richardson. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Richardson's got 4 points this quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Now here is Harris. Tipped away. Pass to Napier. Off target with his three. The Heat leading by 20. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep. Forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Russell kicks to Harris. Clark fast break fundamentals, centered the ball, run two wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the three when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the three in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
You see a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the three instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Tyler Johnson. Then for the Nets, Fareed's checked in for Harris, and it's LeVert in for Shabazz Napier. And so Russell hits them both. And here's Dragic. Pass to Whiteside. Dragic against Russell. And the jam by Whiteside.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless, really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Here's Fareed. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Right side Russell, and they double up Russell. Here's Fareed, and the dunk by Fareed.
Fareed known for being a great dunker. Give him any room to work with, and he's getting to that rim.
Now here's Dragic. There's the pass to Whiteside. Over Allen. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Timeout called the Nets. Clark, an interesting aspect of the one-and-done controversy. Increasingly, these guys are being asked to take on a big role in the NBA right away.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm all for guys that have the unique ability and opportunity to play pro basketball out of high school or after 1 or 2 years of college. I would love to see college kids hang around for 2 or 3 years, but that's not realistic for the supremely gifted. But it does put pressure on your teams if you're expecting these young guys to come in and impact winning right away. Takes a little time, most cases, for even really highly talented players to become winning NBA players.
Nets trail by 20. Outside, Russell. Passes it to LeVert. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Wade is covering. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Let's go. And it's Wade with the rebound. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Dragic with it. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. Out to Wade. Pass to Dragic. No good off the front iron. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Richardson covering. And that one, good. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 points this quarter.
And with the physical gifts that Hollis Jefferson has, he plays a lot bigger than his listed height.
Dragic finds Richardson. The fadeaway, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Heat lead by 20.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for James Johnson.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Now, here's Whiteside. After the miss from Goran Dragic. Whiteside trying to break free.
Hey, the terrific instincts and timing that Fareed has, coupled with his reach, that lets him block a lot of shots.
Dragic looking it over. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Warren. A pretty good performance you put on tonight in front of the fans.
Yeah, great win for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. And we are hustling on every play, defense and offense. And, you know, I'm really happy that we won that game.
Yeah, I know that's what you thought it would be like when you got here, and it was like that tonight. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.